Hi everybody, this is Jennifer Farhat. I'm the new librarian at Gateway, if you don't know me, and I just wanted to run through a little information on subscriptions. I wanted to start by saying that maybe some of the older teachers are already aware of these subscriptions, and no need to watch this video if that's true, but for some of the newer people or people that haven't been here for that long, I thought it'd be nice to just run through and show you what we have for your upcoming research units. So I am just on our Gateway page, and I'm going down to, I jump over to the library here, and inside of there are a couple things that I really want you to be thinking about when you're looking at your research units. One of them is Pebble Go, and be aware that we have added Pebble Next. Now Pebble Go is basically a K through 3, but the Pebble Next will go 4 through 6. So there's some nice resources there. Then Britannica and Lightbox. These are 3 things I want to highlight today. So I'm going to open up Pebble Go. Okay, and inside of Pebble Go, we'll see the animals and the biographies offered in English and Spanish. Okay, if we go down here and
Explorers,
we look just inside of Explorers, we'll see that they have U.S. Explorers and
World Explorers.
A lot of the World Explorers are going to
Jacques Cartier
help with some of those biographies that we're going to be working on. So we have
Ernest Shapp.
Oh, shut up. We have
Christopher Columbus.
Now we know that you can just open various tabs. One of the reasons I really want to encourage you to be using these resources is they do have a lot of supports for our students. If you are clicking here, it will read aloud.
Francisco Vasquez de Coronado was an explorer. He and his men were the first Europeans to explore what is now the Southwest United.
Okay. If you listen closely, you'll see that that is a person reading, and that has a very natural sound that really helps kids when they're trying to learn the language and understand. So if we go back here also, we also know that we can click on things and there's a built-in glossary for all of your keywords. But going back to the home page here, if you click up here on Capstone, they have added on Pebble Go Next here, and this is going to take us up to the next level. I'm moving things along kind of quickly because I know nobody wants to sit and listen too long, and you guys can all play around with these yourself. Couple things here. They do have some nice biographies, and I do like the way they break them down. It really makes it easy for searching. And here we have explorers and pioneers. Okay. I'm going to go back though to the home. I did want to point out another thing. They have American Indian history, and again they have a nice way of breaking it down so we can find tribes that are Nebraska tribes. You just have to go into the Great Plains Tribal and they'll break it down, and particularly we got the Pawnee and the Sioux and the Arapaho. All of these could be used, but I'll open one just quickly. Okay, and again it has that read aloud option, and as we scan down the page we can see the nice sections, and you can also teach them how to use the headings across the top here. All right. One other thing here in Pebble Go Next, quickly wanted to just look inside of, show you how easy it is to find information on Nebraska. Again, you just keep breaking it down, and then you go into this article here, and it has a lot of very helpful information on Nebraska. We just scan down. It has a nice review of the history. It's got a nice timeline here. It goes into the industry breakdown, people, landmarks, all of that kind of information that I think will be quite helpful. Okay. The other one we wanted to talk just a second is about the Britannica. Okay. Britannica does have some nice features. There's some things that are really nice about it and others that I don't like as well. For just when you go into biographies. At the beginning of the unit, if you're inside of PebbleGo, it allows them just to explore and they can find different things. But I have not found a way to do that inside of Britannica School. You pretty much need to know who you're searching for. So you can type in somebody and find them. But you can't just explore so easily. Again, this does have a read aloud option.
Columbus began an unstoppable wave of European settlement in the Americas. This settlement brought European culture to the Western Hemisphere. It also brought great hardship to the Native Americans there. They suffered from disease.
Okay, so it has the read aloud option. You'll see that it's not a natural sound like in the PebbleGo, but it's still very nice. And break it down apart. One thing I wanted to show you is if you go, we're now on a level 1 reading. If we move up to the level 2 reading, one thing that might be helpful, and you can still go between, but you can see that instead of being in the elementary, I'm now in the middle school. It does, inside of the middle school, offer you a translate option, so you could translate everything into Spanish. So that's pretty helpful. Okay. Going back. One thing I forgot to point out is in both there is this cite option. They have that in PebbleGo too. I forgot to point it out, but you can find it quite easily. And it allows you to get the citation directly from here so that kids, you can actually look at a sample and show them how it breaks down. And it's a lot easier way to do it. So that is, again, I'm going really quick, but I just wanted to give you guys an overview and let you know for sure the resources we have. We have Britannica, Spanish also, and we have Lightbox. And in here, these are actually library books. They're purchases that were made to support a lot of you guys' units. There's a lot of explorers in here, and it breaks them down by, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish. We also have a lot of resources on different holidays. Further down, there are resources on habitats, different types of animals, and anyway, you can look through all of that. Be aware that if they have this infinite sign, it means that theoretically you can every kid in your class could be open to the same book. In most of the nonfiction titles are that way. When you come and you look at a lot of the fiction titles, you won't see that because we just own just the one copy. All right, I'm going to open up one of these books. All right, so this has some really nice options. Again, I'll leave it to you to just play around with things for the most part, but did want to show you a couple things real quick. Here, again, that read aloud function.
Introduction. The 15th century was the beginning of the age of discovery. Kings, queens, and other people.
Very mechanical sounding, but still quite helpful. It has some videos attached. So,
even before Spain had grown rich from the gold of the Aztecs and Incas, a man named Juan Ponce de Leon had reached what...
Okay. It has a nice PowerPoint and some other features. So, has timelines. I didn't show you that in the others, but a lot of the biographies inside of the Britannica and inside of PebbleGo Next have these great timelines that break everything down real nicely. So these are the resources that we have, and I'm really going to encourage you to use them, especially over coming to the library and trying to get physical copies. They don't have the supports for our students, and what's more, we just don't have enough. What we do have is getting pretty old. Most research is moving online as they go into middle school and high school. Their research will be online. I know my daughter's getting her doctorate, and physical books are just kind of becoming a thing of the past for a lot of your research projects. So kids need these skills. In addition, it engages them more, and a physical book is just not something that we're going to be able to maintain in our library. So I think you really need to consider using these resources because you have your computers and your iPads, and all of these resources are available to them right through your iPads and your computers. So strongly encourage you to play around with them. If you have any problems at all, I'll be glad to do anything I can to help or to help get you in touch with somebody that can help you. Okay, thank you.